seeking the world and happiness, you know, get out there and ride.
I was trying to like hold it up and it was already held up. Flying a drone down a rocky technical section is not the easiest thing I've ever done. Well, Hill City isn't looking like too good of a spot for food. This is one long uphill.
We did a lot today, probably 350 miles. I don't know. I just couldn't stop. I don't know what my problem was. Well, good morning, everybody. I can't get it to stop raining. Did it all night. It was a terrible night's sleep. It just kept thunderstorming, and then it would hard rain, and then it would get real windy. There were times where my tent was like on my face, where the wind was just pushing it down to the ground. And then there was some kind of, it was almost like a wild dog that would just bark, 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 howl, bark, 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 howl. Some kind of a wild animal that lives in this area. Anyway, good morning, adventure seekers. We'll see you on the road.
Should have put this on a tripod, but in the rain, you just don't worry about that kind of stuff. Okay, the final checklist check to do. We need to wash the bike today. Got some, look, it's even got the fender wore mark through the mud. That's how you know you're doing it right. Let's make sure everything's strapped on. You got oil. Got bags closed, bags strapped on, and we are off. Finally, about 20 after 7. This is my latest start by far. It looks like it's turning into a beautiful day. I really have no idea. I don't have service to check the situation to see what the weather is actually going to do today. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm not a negative person in any means, but I try to be as honest as I can. And that campsite and that night of camping kind of sucked. It was just not much sleep. There's just rain on and off, wind all night. I finally got used to the wind and the storms and started to sleep. And then that stinking animal came in and started barking and howling, like getting closer and closer, and I kept having to get up and shoo it off. Anyhow, you've seen this road. We've been up and down it twice already. I am going to give you guys a rest, and I'll catch up with you here in just a little bit. If I'd have just kept going last night, this is looking like some prime camp locations. I think it's Lightning Creek, I think is the name of this road. Beautiful road. Got your big limestone wall on the side. You got the big view on this side. 4 Mile Road. How long do you think it is? I think it's 2 miles? 5 miles? I bet it's 4. Historical marker. Buffalo Rock. Site where the last buffalo was killed in the Black Hills in 1884. Well, after about 12 miles on 4 Mile Road, we're finally going to take a left onto, I don't know, won't tell me. It's the intersection of Long Draw So maybe that's what it is. Kind of a neat road, just kind of going right through the bottom, the gully. I like these sections. You kind of feel like you're someplace you shouldn't be. Story of my life. Oh, that's cool. Very peaceful and secluded area. And the road just kind of weaves in and out and around all the little rock formations. Looks like it's limestone. Got that back in Ohio. Kudos to South Dakota Forest Service, because man, how do you keep up with all these roads? And unless they just, I guess they're not real hilly, a lot of them. There are some, but it seems like a lot of them, they're just following these rock bed bottoms as I climb a hill, of course. But yeah, it's just, I can't even imagine. I'll have to look up how many miles of Forest Service roads there are in the Black Hills. And you just imagine somebody comes out here several times a year and cleans up these ruts, lays down more rock. Wow. It looks like I'm going the right way, but it doesn't look like too many people's been here. What are we getting into now? This looks absolutely nothing like anything I've been on. Pretty amazing when you think about this bike weighs almost 600 pounds. I weigh 220 geared up. I'm carrying 110 pounds. So you do the math, that's a whole lot of weight to be just trucking up these hills. What an amazing time we live in for this kind of technology for recreation. Oh, this is just superb. Well, here I wanted this grass track to keep going, and here it is. How about that? I'd like to see more of this. You really feel like you're doing it. I'm a big shot. Look at me. Riding grass track. About as close to single track as you'll get on a big bike like this, I guess. Well, this is the area where it'd be fun to just, I don't know, bring like a 500 EXC or something like that and just ride loops on all these trails. Don't worry about following a track, just go out and explore. I haven't passed anybody yet today on any of these off-roads. Of course, it is Tuesday, but you can come out here on a Tuesday also and not pass anybody if you don't want to. That deer's strutting. Elk habitat. See any elk up there? in a national park. I can't fly the drone, but that is a cool old cement bridge. All right, so here's the first pigtail. Great idea. We can't make that turn, but we can do a little swirl. That's super sweet. My first time. I think my hopes of getting any kind of breakfast are gone, so I might just have to stop and scrounge through whatever I possibly have left that's just ready to eat to get me by. See if we can't find us a little break spot. Hello. I'd call that a breathtaking view. Picnic table? Yup, I see it. A couple of them. All right, real talk, people. So I just ate and drank a cup of coffee, and I'm reminded of a Sam Manicom presentation. I know I brought his name up several times. One of the first things he said was, people say, what's the most important thing you take or you do on your trip? And he said, two things: sleep well and eat well, and you'll handle every situation with grace and calmness. And man, last night I slept terrible. And to double down, the day I got up and I had a little bar and a Red Bull and went about my business, and I was just aggravated on every little thing. I trying to get a zipper up, it gets stuck in the tin, or trying to get this little thing in the GoPro, like not finding the hole, looking for some place to sit down and eat. There was nothing, and then I was looking for anywhere to like cook something, and there was nothing, and I'm just like, man, I might just get done today and just like head back home. I'm not having a good time. So I stopped and took like an hour and 20 minutes, and I ate a bunch of food, and then I drank a bunch of water, and then I made a cup of coffee. And all of a sudden, I mean, I didn't sleep, I'm still tired, but just having proper nourishment, oh man, I feel so much better. I actually feel like I can do it today. So sleep well, eat well is the key. Do it. So anyway, I just wanted to touch base. I don't know if you'll get any wisdom from that. I'm just passing it along from the amazing mind of Sam Manicom. So peace, people. I'm gonna cruise on around this park. Hope to see some more wildlife. We're about halfway around section 3. We about got this BDR-X whipped. Peace. One of the best lookout towers I've ever been to. Well, this is it. This is the start of, well, it starts in Keystone, but this is the end of section 3.